Howdy peeps, so we're doing well. It's been a little while since I've done a video. I've actually done a few videos, but I just haven't got around to listening back and uploading them for you guys to enjoy, take the piss or whatever. Anyway, anyone else been keeping up with this trial between Amber and Johnny, and what a wonderful time it's turning out to be. So, you know, some of the characters, I was listening to one of the testimonies yesterday from another psychiatrist who'd then got questions as to why he called Mr. JD an idiot and talk about needing context for stuff. But I thought that was a particularly interesting cross-examination, to say the least, on that particular guy, psychiatrist, potentially psychologist. Just the way his whole demeanour is sort of like, I actually thought to myself, has this guy just come here to take the piss or what? Because he's just like literally just fighting back all the time. Anyway, so there's lots of stuff been coming out about all of this, and I think it's fantastic that the masses are seeing someone like this for who they really are. And so with this video, I'm in a bit of a piss-taking mood. I feel like, you know, making a bit of fun out of this situation, because the damage these people do to others, it's something else, and they have no conscience about it. They have no, you know, it's like to think you could just treat people like that and not, you could still sleep at night without it being a problem. It's like, wow. And sure, I have got my own little thing, whereas I think quite a lot of women are like that these days, and not necessarily to this sort of extreme. I have met quite a few in person, like this one. I've even dated potentially one or two. One definitely, but anyway. We're going to listen to this. I have a right to tell my story. And this is from live now from Fox. And I will be throwing a link in the description, providing all works out well. And I think it's just so fantastic. So let's just crack on with this.
Thank you, ma'am. Just a reminder, you're still under oath, okay? Of course, Your Honor. Thank you.
That means you don't lie, biatch. Under oath. It rules for thee, but not for me. This is that kind of mentality.
Thank you. All right, your question?
Amber, just to orient you and the jury, at this time, we're in the rebuttal to your counterclaim against Mr. Depp. So I'm going to confine my questions to that, okay?
All right.
How have you suffered publicly as a result of the Depp-Waldman statements?
Oh, wait for it. Wait for it. This is going to be good.
Objection, speculation. Overruled.
Objection, speculation. Excellent. Oh, I tell you what, I wish I had Camille Vasquez as my lawyer. That would have been such a wonderful. I mean, the thing, it was a situation like this, right? And unless you get a particularly incompetent lawyer, I mean, you'd think that they should be able to smash this one out the park relatively easy. But let's carry on. Let's not interrupt her story.
I am harassed, humiliated.
Oh, what a shame.
Threatened.
Oh.
Every single day.
Oh, poor baby. Oh.
Even just walking into this courtroom.
And then my dog stepped on a bee. Sorry, I had to force that one.
Sitting here in front of the world.
And whose fault was that, Amber? Whose fault was that? I know she can't answer, but you know what I'm saying, right? It's like, you did this. You did this. You knew that they were going to dig up all your past. All of it. In detail. But now she's the victim. Now it's I'm being harassed. Now it's I'm being there. But she was quite happy while sitting there in one of the other videos that I watched. She's smirking away. I'll probably have to do a one on that one and probably try and see about going through it a bit. But yeah. This is your own doing, bitch. It's your own fault. Deal with it. Prick.
Having the worst parts of my life.
That you created.
Things I've lived through.
Yeah. And you put other people through. Carry on.
You humiliate me.
You deserve it. You did it to them.
People want to kill me, and they tell me so.
Might be a little bit extreme. Might be a little bit extreme. Whew, dare I go there on this channel? Okay, let's be real about this. Women like this, some of them do actually get killed. And not because of threats, because they're some celebrity. This is the type of woman that I've spoken about many times, that they could literally just push all of a guy's buttons all at once till he just goes bang, and then that's it. They can go one way or the other. Maybe it won't go as far as that, but you know, it's their own doing, and they don't see themselves as the aggressor. They do not see themselves as a perpetrator. It's the other person's fault for snapping. It's like, no. Accountability. This is, you know, I get that. There's a few viewers out there that I don't think they're quite totally clued up on the whole MGTOW, REDPILL, and all these sort of acronyms that get thrown about in the manosphere. Women like this, you could argue these women, they are the ones that send the men their own way. Yeah, they send them their own way through the insanity and the fuckery that they put up with. And then they have the audacity to sit in a courtroom, in this case, and just be like, oh, poor me. It's like, no, bitch, you started it, deal with it. As the saying goes, man the fuck up. Or in this case, woman the fuck up. You're strong and independent, you don't need no man. Stunning and brave. Yeah, you abusive thoughts. Get out of here. Belongs to the streets, just saying.
Every day, people want to put my baby in the microwave.
Well, that's a bit fucking harsh as well. Again, this is something that I did actually talk about the other day. It's like, no, she shouldn't have kids. People like this should look. I'm sorry that this is not. Fuck it, I'm not sorry. This is a really judgmental thing to say, but it's also a very important thing to say. Look at the way in which people like this treat their partners, and it doesn't stop there. It's not just partners, it's friends. If they have a business, it will be clients, family members. There's no end to it. And if you think that people like this are not going to treat their own child, their flesh and blood, as some form of property or trophy right, you know, I've spoken about this in the past, you know, like people either weaponising their own flesh and blood, their own children against a partner, or in some cases blatantly using it to get what they can out of the local constituency or the local council, if you're over here in the UK. You know, they do it. There's a term for that as well. There's a couple of terms. One's a medical and one's a layman's term. I'll stick with a layman's term. Cunts. Anyways, carry on.
And they tell me that Johnny
should be giving
promised me that if I ever left him, he'd make me think of him every single day that I lived.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
Objection, Your Honor, no one cares. It's like at this point she's lied so much. It's like anything that anyone say to her, they literally twist the words so that it suits their narrative. Like I've said it before, a couple of drops of truth and the rest is all lies. This is.
All right, I'll sustain the objection as to that. If you want to ask the question.
Amber,
why are you
how
a dick?
did Mr. Depp's statements and threats to you that you were discussing, how do those continue to manifest themselves today?
In the harassment and the humiliation, the campaign against me that's echoed.
Whose fault is that?
Every single day.
Whose fault is that?
On social media.
Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
In front of cameras.
Whose fault is
in
that?
This room.
Who invited the who let a little leak out about when they were filing a certain order, you know, the old temporary restraining order? Yeah, who did that? Oh, that's right, Amber, you did. Woman up.
Every single day I have to relive the trauma.
Oh.
My hands shake. I wake up screaming.
Yeah, that's because you're still popping pills and drinking, love. That's nothing else.
I have to live with the trauma and the damage done to me.
Yeah, imagine what you did to everyone else.
Friends have to live with a set of unspoken rules.
You do not have any friends, you have associates. There's a difference. let's be very clear in the type of people these types of characters have in their life. They're not friends. They're not a friend like the average person would have a group of friends. They're friends because they can use them for something. And I was thinking about this earlier, like, you know, there's a whole counter sue going on because of all of this. where she wanted twice the amount, she's probably having to pay off people like her phony psychiatrist that testified certain things about Mr. JD without even actually ever doing an assessment on him. And she's very, very unprofessional. But if there's money involved, you all know the saying, right? Money talks, bullshit walks. Here we go.
About how to not scare me.
Objection, hearsay.
Yeah, objection, no one cares.
Unspoken rules.
Oh, here's it. Good.
About how to not touch me.
How to not touch you. Right. Well, this could go on a different tangent. I mean, we could start bringing up all the different rules that the UK has about what is considered harassment and what the effects that can have on a man in particular. Because it doesn't. I don't think it's going to work the other way around. Yeah.
Not to surprise me, my intimate partners have rules about how they can deal with me, how they can touch me.
Yeah, because no one knows where the law. They don't know where the every time you give them right. These are the boundaries. You'll change. They will literally change the goalposts. They'll move further away this way, or they'll want to infringe a little bit more on them. This is exactly the type of relationship you can expect from this type of person. You know, the constant changing of rules. You know, what rules for thee, not for me. All this sort of a thing. All this applies, and it's like now it's poor me, right? No.
I have rules for doctors, medical professionals I see, gynecologists I see.
I'm a gynecologist. I see one right here, right now. You guys can't see it on the screen, but I will leave a video link in the description, and you can be gynecologist too, and you can check this cohorta out. Starting from Terence Pops, got to be done.
I live my life with these sets of rules that I have to follow, my friends have to follow for me not to have a panic attack or a triggering event.
So fuck off, you don't have panic attacks, you cause other people to have them, dickhead.
Where I relive the trauma, even if I'm training to do...
And the other day she was reliving that trauma that someone else was describing as she was smirking about it. I think it was a particular incident, and I think there was something or other about someone that she had done something, and she was smiling, she was smirking about that in the courtroom. It was I did that, that was me. You see that thing that fucked you up? Yeah, I did that in a courtroom. It's like, wow, these people know no boundaries. Like, they want to talk about respect and loyalty and all this. It's like they've got none for anyone. They got none.
My movie, for instance, if I'm training for Aquaman.
I'll help you train for Aquaman. It involves a bath, a brick and some rope. And you can do it all by yourself. So that might be a little bit harsh. But, you know, it would help her to become a mermaid. And maybe down deep at the bottom of the ocean where no one wants to fucking see her because they're horrible. Look, I get it. I'll probably come across as being quite a bit of a massive dick right about now. I've dealt with people like this on a personal level. And I don't like them. I do not like them. In fact, if I'm to be honest, I kind of despise the bastards. Just because of what they do to everyone else, and it's never their fault. Never.
Combat scene, and a trigger happens. I have a meltdown and have to deal with that.
In other words, she gets stroppy, and then she can fall back on that as an excuse. And, oh, this is triggering. Now that's going to be the forever go-to. Oh, this thing that happened once that she probably caused someone else to be in that situation, and she sees and mimics the behaviours of being triggered. You think she knows how to be triggered? She doesn't know what triggered is. A lot of these people with these character types, I'm not even going to refer to them as a personality disorder anymore. Fuck it, they are who they are. They don't get the benefit as far as I'm concerned. Plus, I'm not a professional anyway, so I can't really say, oh yeah, they are this or whatever. But still, carry on.
The crew I work with have to deal with that because of the damage I walk around with every single day.
That you
From what
caused.
I've lived through.
That you caused for
From
yourself.
what I've survived. I'm not sitting in this courtroom snickering. I'm not sitting in
You are a fucking barefaced liar.
this courtroom laughing, smiling, and making snide jokes.
Want a bit?
I'm not.
Want a bit?
This is horrible.
I'll present the videos.
This is painful.
Yeah,
This is
watching your shit acting is fucking painful. I mean, if the movies weren't bad enough, this sure is.
humiliating for any human being.
Except you do not classify as a human being. You classify as something a lot lower. And there isn't even actually even a microorganism that I can think of that I would actually want to put you alongside with, because I don't think there's anything that low.
Perhaps
Anyone would think I actually, like, this is a personal thing between me and Amber. No. It's an experience thing, and people like her, they're pretty much the same. They're just different faces, different hair, just different. But the MO, the modus operandi is the exact same. It's the same. It does not change.
it's easy to forget that, but I'm a human being.
You're not. You're a fucking monster. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Even now, I'm not even doing monsters justice. I've probably met nicer monsters. I don't know that I have actually. Fuck it. You're a beast.
And even though Johnny promised that I deserve this and promised he'd do this, I don't deserve this.
It didn't involve you being a cunt at any point. I'm pretty fucking sure.
I want to move on.
Move
The
on.
statements.
Move on. You notice how it doesn't go their way. Then they want to move on. Oh, we need to make this go away. No. It doesn't work like that. You've made that pretty little bed of shit, and now you get to lie in it. See how you like them apples.
The attacks on me, the campaign. That Johnny has elicited millions of people to do.
Johnny hasn't done anything. This is a court of social justice, and this is a sort of court of social justice that she don't like because it doesn't work in her favour. Now, if everyone hated Johnny and say he was actually a bad guy and all the things were true, and if it was, they would hate him, and rightly so. However, that is not how this has panned out.
His behalf when he himself
Objection, Your Honor,
couldn't
lack
do
of
it.
foundation.
Torture me.
Speculation.
Torturing me
I'll
every
sustain the
day.
objection. Next question.
Amber,
Yeah, Amber, when you put on your crying, can you at least have tears? Yeah, at least mean it. Sounds a bit harsh, but if you're gonna act properly. Oh, you can't.
how have the Depp Waldman statements impacted your ability to do charitable work?
She doesn't understand charitable work because she ain't a charity. Like I said, I think the reason that the whole counter-sue thing has become a thing is, A, to see herself okay. She won't ever have to work again after, if she was to win a counter-sue. And she'd also be having to pay off a lot of people that have blatantly lied for her where it's been a thing. Because I can't see someone lying for a celebrity for nothing. We talk about like governments being corrupt. It's like, if you think the celebrity world where that shit goes down is any different, you've got to be kidding me. All you really have to do is Jimmy Savile. There you go. How many more celebrities knew what was going on? They're all lying for each other, and no one wanted to say diddly squat because consequences. Yeah.
The only reason that
Your dog stepped on a bee.
people like Dr. Curry can sit up here on the stand and say I'm high functioning and I do things like have hobbies.
Yeah, fucking high functioning retard. Unprofessional opinion. Objection overruled.
And have interests.
Objection,
Because I'm not-
non-responsive.
Your Honor, Mr. Depp gave long-winded responses yesterday.
Overruled. Good.
It's because I found a solution to that pain. I woke up every morning.
And bullied Johnny. And then blamed him. Seems legit.
With panic attacks and trauma until I realized I could do something with it. So to answer your question, Ben, I was able to turn the things that I've lived through, my pain, my life experiences, into work, into action, into providing a voice for other people. I'm not a saint. I'm not trying to present myself as one, as you all know, but I selfishly found relief in being able to use what I've lived through.
What you've lived through. You caused other people the problems that they now have. This is why I fucking don't like them. And they know they're doing it as well. This is the other part. And they even try and convince themselves that they are an actual fucking victim. It's like, are you for fucking real? You know, it's infuriating.
Advocate for others. To bring light to these issues, to give a voice to...
You advocate for throwing innocent men in fucking prison for shit that they never did, bitch. Hashtag me too. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, because, there was someone else that got done recently. I heard a bit on the news. And again, it's like, really, that whole thing shouldn't even be a thing anymore. Because this is a kind of... This is a kind of professionalism we're expected to see, right? Well, how about no? I've got a funny feeling, right? They often talk about, like, patriarchy and, you know, that we shouldn't listen to women. I actually started to think, if it was as bad as they make it out, maybe it was like that for a reason. Maybe it was. Because maybe there were very many noble men, maybe good men too, who had lived with this kind of shit. And in the end, they're like, you know what? You no more. And this is why this video alone should be enough to red pill anyone. You know, not necessarily what I'm saying, making a bit of fun and a few jokes here and there and all that, but actually witnessing this kind of fuckery firsthand. You know,
people who don't have the voice and the platform that I have. And while I would not wish this situation on my worst enemy...
What? You mean getting caught lying in court? Yeah. Well, solution is don't lie in court. Don't make shit up. And if you are going to lie in court, try and keep him to a fucking minimum so that you don't end up with lies upon lies upon lies, because eventually the case will just fall apart and you're screwed. And you did it all by yourself, single-handedly, with some help.
If it gives a voice to someone who doesn't have it. But I now, as I stand here today...
Actually, we've got YouTube. But if you're a bloke, you don't really matter as much. You know, we're not as important. We just get told that we're misogynists and we hate women and yada, yada, yada. And it's like, nah, it ain't about that. I know it fits some people's narrative, but...
I can't have a career. I can't even have people associate with me because of the threats and the attacks that they have to endure.
No, they don't associate with you because you're a nasty, horrible person. And there's nothing actually nice to like about you in the first place. I mean, you might have had your looks once upon a time, but they're soon fading. And your personality isn't exactly something to go on, is it? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next. You never know when they're telling the truth. This is reality. This is what women are like. And I'm not saying all women are like this. I'm saying that there are women out there that have this kind of shit going on, and they will quite happily throw anyone and everyone under the bus to avoid any accountability whatsoever. They don't care. Oh, I ruined your life? Fuck them, not my problem. That's their mentality. Not my problem.
Objection non-responsive.
And I can't do a charity will sustain the objection.
Amber, other than the threats that you've described, what other threats have you endured since the Deb Waldman statements were made?
I receive hundreds of death threats regularly.
And how many do you send to yourself? And how many of your friends are sending you death threats anonymously? You know, because, I said it before, you know, manosphere content creator, I'm quite well weathered with all this shit. So you get, in that sort of example, you get all the sort of, air quotes, male girl power advocates, should we say, the feminists of the femmes, and they'll actually pretend to be, in some cases, even content creators. You know, and they're not even trying to sell a buck, they just try to throw out hate and vitriol and to just try and shut us all up and hope we'll go away. Well, nah. And this case has been the best thing that's happened for men around the world, probably for a long fucking time, you know.
Daily, thousands since this trial has started, people mocking
Your dog's standing on a
My
bee.
testimony about being assaulted. Making fun of my...
Objection, relevance.
And you still can't act. And they're making fun of you because you're a fucking liar. And you're just trying to destroy someone's life because why? Because why? Because you can. Because you can and you tried. And many women that don't have this sort of status and stature, as it were, within, you know, being a high profile public figure, don't have the means to do something like this. But they still do it. You just don't hear about it.
Non-responsive.
What's the damages? You can continue.
Non-responsive, like her brain cell then. Non-responsive.
It's been
Back to acting. Go on, girl. Give
agonizing.
it your best shot.
Agonizing.
Come on, think Aquaman 2. You can do it.
And the most humiliating
No, your acting is shite.
I've ever had to go through. I hope no one ever has to go through something like this.
Yeah, well, you did it yourself, dickhead. Or is it now the what have I done?
I just want Johnny to leave me alone. I just want him to leave me alone.
Leave you alone? He ain't said shit to you.
I've said that for years now, and I thought he would after
Objection,
2020.
non-responsive.
Yeah, in other words, it's okay for me to write a shit piece on you, try and destroy your fucking life, destroy your career, ruin all your friends. That's okay. Said it before with these type of people. You're not allowed to fight back. You're not allowed to defend yourself. All you're supposed to do is nod and agree. Is that something you'd want to sign up to? Because I don't think there's many people that would. You'd have to have something a bit, you know, not quite right with you if that's the sort of thing you'd sign up to willingly and knowingly. I don't care how good looking they are. Nah.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
Oh,
What do
shit
you hope
stain
to
on bed
reclaim
sheets.
after this is over?
Protecting the secret that I
Oh,
did for as long as I did has taken enough of my voice. Johnny has taken enough of my voice. I have the right to tell my story. I have the right to say what happened to me. I have the right to my voice and my name.
and you've also got the right to remain silent, but for some unknown reason to many people, you fucking don't.
You took it long enough.
Oh yeah, it's all
I
here.
have a right as an American
Oh yeah. That's
to
it.
talk about what happened to me, to own my story and my truth.
Except your story is just that. It is a story. It's fucking based on lies.
I have that right. I hope to get my voice back.
I hope you lose your fucking voice. I don't mean that in a fucking nasty way. I just wish you'd stop fucking, well, stop talking shit. Just stop lying, woman. But they can't. They can't.
It's all I want. And I've said that from day one.
No, you haven't.
Thank you, Amber. I don't have anything else.
All right,
No,
cross-examination.
neither has she. Oh, get your tissue out. Don't forget your little G up there. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, we all know about you and your shit.
We approach her.
Yes.
Yeah, approach. Yeah. Go on. Get yourself, yeah. But this is just it, man. And this is where we're at with society. If you think that is a one-off, that type of person is a one-off, you're fucking sorely mistaken. It's time to open your eyes. You know, I've done videos on friendships and stuff like that. You know, looking out for who and who are your mate, looking as to how they act. I do it for a reason. I've been through a lot of fucking shit in my life, right? A lot of it's firsthand. And, you know, I want the best for you guys. So this is why you don't get involved with women like this. And if you've got friends that act and behave like that, fuck them off. Because you're better off without them. Anyway, with that, if you've got any thoughts, comments or opinions, feel free to drop them down. As always, thank you for watching and listening. It's much appreciated. And until the next one, stay cool, stay free. And peace out. Someone stepped on a bee.